everybody else been living it. To tell the truth, I ain't been living, just really been existing. I talk to Unc to get some game, he living in his 60s. I give him youth, I'm half his age, just to sit back and listen. I don't want drama, just want comments, verse gon' cost a ticket. I don't want love, just miss my mama while my heart be missing. I tried to told you I was changing, you ain't wanna listen. You rolling over and I ain't there, that shit gon' hit you different. You mad as fuck,
like that you don't need to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And so you saying we almost done lost some of the gains from last year.
Well, yeah. Like, okay, so last year we did like 20%, right?
Yeah.
20+%. You looking 23, 24. There's some funds that did as high as 30-some% last year, right? The market was great, right? And as the market has been since the end of Obama, right? It's a situation where you can't ever just make a move just because it's knee-jerk. Now, traders can if you're an active trader, but for your portfolios and stuff like that, every time we make a switch, there's a cost that comes into it. There's going to be a commission paid, right? Sometimes the commission's worth it, but you know we gotta sit back and just look at what's happened, right? So it's a more long-term game because you don't want to just be making moves because by the time you come back it could be higher, right? So let's say the market's consistently been up over the last 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 years. It's been booming, right? If you had $100,000 in 2013, you would have, just last summer you'd have had $350,000, $400,000. That's how much your money would have turned over since 2013.
Since
right?
2013. Now, how much? Now is that part of is that momentum part of the COVID situation?
Before COVID.
Oh, it's okay. Before COVID.
That was during Obama.
Oh, okay.
Because remember when Obama got a recession.
Yeah.
When Obama became president, he was coming out of a recession.
Coming out of recession, correct.
So, yeah.
And y'all, this is financial advisor Nathan McAllister. He giving us the insight.
The big thing is that what I do is, I assist people in building wealth, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of internet stuff going out there where they're telling people, do this and this, and I'm not telling them not to, but there's a reason why there are people like myself who are trained.
Yeah.
Right? Because one of the big reasons is that I'm able to not look at it for what it is today, but what does the overall trend say?
Yeah.
We may want to retreat in the time to some safe stuff, right? Which I think, we should, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should. We should start looking at things differently. We shouldn't be trying to be aggressive right now. Now it's more about being for sure, making sure the money's for sure. Because the recession is something that has to happen in the money cycle, right?
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize that a recession is automatically built within the system.
Yeah, in the money supply, because the money, that means right now we were complaining about inflation, right? That means too few dollars, a lot of dollars is chasing too few goods, right? And a lot of that inflation came from COVID. COVID showed us what stuff really cost. Yeah. People just got crazy because they got a little bit of money and they just went out and bought. Like, them giving people who was only bringing home $400 a week, after taxes working 60 hours, right? We all know those people. Yeah. They now was getting $800. They're now getting $800 a week, tax free pretty much. Yeah. And then a lot of them got back paid 4 or 5 months. Yeah. And then there was some other loans and stuff out there and grants if you own little businesses.
Made them lazy.
And then, and it created a money flow where people were sitting at home without having to drive cars and nothing. remember buying gas and we filling up for $3-4
Yeah.
with all our Kroger points and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
It was sick, right? Imagine hopping on a flight. You know, we're taking trips. We staying at 5-star hotels for $60 a night. You know what I mean? Meticulous service, right?
Yeah.
Places that now we gotta pay $700-800 for, but we was kicking it during the pandemic, and then we was happy,
Yeah.
right? Now, people that didn't know about what stuff cost, they sat at home because they worried, right? Or some people was going to work, right? We had these essential workers, but that at that point, you know, everybody got a chance to see what deflation was. There was no dollar chasing a lot of goods.
Yeah.
Then we went through a period of where people got a little bit of money from the pandemic relief, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that money started hitting the streets. And then so people started buying in bulk and excess. Because
Yeah.
they didn't have to go to work. They didn't have to have the expenses, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have the expenses of going to work, right?
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have to gas up your car. Gas was cheap. You know, food was pretty much cheap. You had limited hours you could buy it, but it was plenty of food. You know what I'm saying? And food prices were good, right? And it was just a great time in America, right? It was bad because we were locked down, but it was a great time in America from a financial sense. Everybody was up on their bills, even though some people who really, really suffered, right? Some people just didn't qualify, didn't get any of the money or whatever was going on. There were some people who really suffered, but even people realized what they didn't need in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's kind of...
That's a lot of the clubs, we noticed we didn't need a lot of the entertainment. That's where I think the big suffer came from, or the big realization came, is that we was over entertained and we didn't need all that entertainment.
Well, it said like this. We found out we didn't need a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
We didn't need a lot of. We didn't need to. It didn't matter if you had the nicest clothes.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you weren't gonna see nobody.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. You didn't need to go 20 places in a day running around.
Yeah. So you
was
say,
at home with your kids and your family.
so in a sense, they
right?
kind of devalue, or not devalue, we devalued the stuff we thought was important to us before.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, you might call it entertainment to simplify it,
Exactly.
but it was, it was a boom and stuff. So let's take all that into account. So now people are back outside,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they're back consuming at a high level,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So we still haven't picked up production as we were pre-COVID, right? That
That's right.
production's gone.
Yeah.
So it's still a lot of dollars chasing a few goods. And then this mighty rich, this mighty class of people said we just gonna raise prices because people gonna pay for it anyway, and they did, right?
Yeah.
So now that the market's cooling, right? All this is a cause and effect, right?
Yeah.
So now that the market's cooling, which I was told a year and a half ago, and that it was coming. It was just a matter of time. It didn't matter who was going to be president. We knew that the next president, Kamala, Joe, Trump was going to get a recession. It was just how the money cycle goes. But this is also a great time in the wealth transfer situation.
Yeah.
Right? Because unfortunately, the people that don't really know, they doing the same things over and over again. Like I got young people telling me, "Oh, I should be investing." No. You should be saving your money, but certain things, it's gonna be good if you got some dollars to buy some stocks cheap, right?
Yeah.
If I could buy a stock for 12, it was selling for 12, I can buy it at 6. It's a great time.
Yeah.
I question now is who's going to be in business after this goes?
Yeah.
How many companies are we going to see go out of? I mean, we got companies like Target that is suffering so bad right now from the boycotts, everything going on. That now they don't want to say it's the boycotts, but we know Target sales are down. Target is being sued they may go out of business. That's a reality. That's a reality.
A reality right
Companies
now
like
that one of the biggest companies that we done seen in the last almost 40-something years. You saying it's about to possibly go under?
It's possible. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. Right?
I mean, well, we seen Macy's take a Macy's been here all my life. I ain't never not known Macy's to be around, and we see,
Macy's gone.
yeah,
Macy's gone.
yeah,
Look,
yeah. We actually see that.
There's another big player on the market that nobody's talking about.
JCPenney.
And now they are no Starbucks.
Oh yeah. They is. I heard the conversation. It is.
Starbucks is taking mad right now.
Yes.
Right?
Now, what you think? Just from the point of view that Starbucks is not really in the hood. It's in mainly in prominent areas. What you think would be the cause of that business or that business model suffering up under these conditions? Because, like, again, it's not in the hood. Starbucks is mainly in well-off neighborhoods. But from your financial understanding, what you think is causing the problems with Starbucks and for them to maintain or where you say that they possibly might not be able to weather the storm, what you think is causing that for them?
$10-15 cups of coffee.
Okay, there you go. The price. People rather spending buying coffee, they need to buy essential items for the home and shit.
You gotta buy toilet.
Yeah.
Listen, the proverbial joke. They gotta buy toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're in situations now where people gotta sit up here and buy, food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta, look. Car
Gas
notes
going
are
up.
average $1,000.
Yeah.
And I worked in the car industry, and I remember not that long ago the average car price was $450.
Yeah.
The average, they got people paying $1,000 like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I want to get a new car, but I can't see myself at this point spending $1,000. My woman got to spend $1,000, and then I got insurance, which insurance went up, right?
Yeah.
And insurance is gonna go up again because of the wildfires out here.
Wildfires, all that,
right?
and people don't realize that. Like, that shit is gonna go to the roof. Like, we gonna, I wouldn't doubt it by the end of the year. I got 2 cars. I'm roughly paying. I got full coverage on one. Well, no, I got liability on them, and I'm paying, like, for 2 cars, I'm paying like roughly $229, $228 a month for those. And I'm sure, like you said, with the wildfire and all that going up, I could see I'm gonna be paying $160. I see I'm gonna be paying $160 with no problem.
Well, I mean, whatever it is. I mean,
Yeah.
If I could take that money and put it in some kind of interest-bearing account, right?
Yeah.
That's going to get some compound, right?
Yeah.
Right now, because of where the market is, I'll be happy with 5-6%, right? And there are some things out there long term, right? And now you can just stick that money there and God, then if I get into an accident, that money's there, but that's what insurance is the transference of risk.
Okay.
But then they made it makes it a mandatory. Now we get into a whole conversation. But what I want to focus on this morning is getting back to, it's all about where you're getting your information from right now, right? I want to tell people we need to save.
You got to save, folks. We talking about financial advisor from a.
You got to save, but I want you guys to be careful listening to people who's telling you that you're going to spend a couple dollars and get rich quick. It ain't happening, especially in a time like this.
Yeah.
Let's watch the scammers, even though they're big things. Invest your money. Open up your Schwab account, open up your Fidelity account, but know where you're putting your money at.
Yeah.
Right? Understand that it's a long term. That if you think that you're gonna put in $10 a day and it's gonna be $1,000 tomorrow, you're grossly misinformed.
You informed.
Right?
Yeah.
It takes time to build wealth.
Yeah.
You need to be careful in a time like this because the market's down. Or what I say right now, it's kind of going a little sideways, right?
Yeah.
We're not. It hasn't crashed per se, but we're having some bad days. right?
Now tell me how much do you equate Donald Trump's policies that's driving this change? Is it that, or is it just the previous administration, some of the things that they did that is still lingering?
No, I mean it's everything. I mean, but when you see the market move, that's consumer confidence.
Okay.
That's that's a measure of how people think, of how the market of the people. When people not happy about policies, when the market's not happy, it tells it.
Yeah.
The market is just saying, okay, people are selling off right now. People are taking their money out, and the market's showing.
Yeah.
When you see people pulling their money out of the market goes down. When people put their money in, the market goes up.
Okay.
So that's what we're seeing right now, right? You're not seeing just the number go down. People are actually selling. Right.
So it's a fire. Is it a fire sale right now, or is we in that period of a fire sales, or?
I wouldn't. Excuse me. I wouldn't say a fire sale.
Yeah.
That would be very, very irresponsible.
I got you.
I would say the market's down.
Okay.
Right. And it's time for us to start taking account of what appears to be in a recession, right? From all indicators, we're not in a full recession. We're there, right? We're at the doorstep, right? There's been some people telling you doom and gloom that the market's gonna go to crap. It may, right? I would just tell people that in a time like this, you want to be smarter, than to be more frivolous. Yeah.
So what would you say to one of your alumni members, female, 2 kids, one entering high school, one entering college? What would be a good advice for her in terms of, she got one in private school, one going to college, roughly making $75,000 a year or so, living in Toledo. What would be your advice to her? You know what I mean, in terms of the way the market is playing out now, what would be the advice for her, for a single mom, 2 kids, one in college, one in high school?
I would look to put my money in very safe things, and I wouldn't be spending. It wouldn't be no Jordans being bought.
Yeah.
I would be very, very. I wouldn't be talking about having steak and lobster.
Yeah.
I would save some money.
Save some money. That's right.
I'm not telling you to go live in a cave, but I'm just telling you just
tighten up a little bit.
Tighten up.
Tighten it up.
A little bit,
Yeah. Don't go out so much. Leave the designers a little bit alone. You know what I mean? Cut the vacation.
Just cool off right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Now is it? Do you think it's at a point?
To buy a house,
go ahead.
like if this person's looking to buy a house, this may be a good time to start getting your ducks in a row, because there's going to be some deals at some point in the near future.
Okay.
There may be a car that you want a little cheaper in the near future.
Yeah.
Right? You might just need to wait a little bit, right?
Okay.
And I got some of them be like, I'm making the money. Well, this is the time to save it.
To save it.
Right? Just to save it, because it's going to be so many opportunities where it's going to be so much stuff on sale.
Yeah.
Because of what's happening. Because people are going to panic soon, and people are going to start making bad choices.
Yeah.
Because they're panicking.
I got you. I can see that too.
What I like to say to her is, everything's going to be all right. Don't take on no new debt. Just watch everything. Live below your means, save some money. It's a good chance to reset, because there's a good chance that there may be people around you that may not be as fortunate as you.
Yeah. So it might be them times where you might be up a little bit and everybody around you ain't so up.
Yeah, it may not. Things like this, when it gets desperate, depending on where you live. Like, you live in the hood.
Yeah.
Certain places in the hood, your cousin may break in your house.
Yeah. And see, and that's
saying?
bad. See, we coming into the summer, or we enter into spring, about to come into the summer, and you know how it always get when it get warm and shit, get a little wild and shit, and this will definitely be, you know, a bad time for people to start running into financial situations and shit, because you know you just out more in the summer. You seem to be moving a little bit more and shit like that. So the pain might be a little bit, especially when you got to choose between going to Cedar Point and feeding your family. You know what I mean? Especially if you're one of those that go to Cedar Point every year, and this year you got to hold it off because it don't look well financially.
Well, I say like this: you can still go to Cedar Point. It just ain't gonna be no. Just watch. You just got to watch things.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that the things that we like to do, maybe like something like Cedar Point. Cedar Point is expensive now. I mean,
hell yeah.
Do it right.
That's why I say shit.
You get the ticket. You can't spend the cash in there, so you just get them the food and the drink package. That's $100 a kid.
$100.
Right?
$100.
The cool part is all they food and they drink for the day is handled.
Yeah.
So if they want to play for little games or something, that's a little bit more affordable.
Yeah.
Right. But you can get you a good discount ticket to go there. I mean.
So you just saying you got to be a bargain shopper. You just look for the sales, look for the clearances, kind of stay under the weather a little bit. Don't go outside of your comfort zone. Just tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, just try to save some money right now.
Yeah.
Because it may come to a point where you may come to a point where you need to.
Yeah.
Hey, E, I gotta go. I got a meeting I'm walking into.
Hey, this is a financial advice from your boy. All right, I see you later, brother. This was your financial advisor from Nate McAllister, man. Former Bulldog, once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog, showing us ways to try to, you know, save our money and put our money in the right places. It's going to be a tough year this year. So this is that conversation with your boy Nate McAllister, financial advisor. Get with him.